So here I am on my last day. I just experienced a retreat with Jim Defner, and I got a ton of great experiences with him. What I want to share is my biggest takeaway. The thing he helped us deconstruct in his seminar or the retreat is our stories. And I have so many stories. And the stories versus the facts. And then gave us an experience with the drama triangle of how those stories are fueled in the drama triangle and the roles that I play, hero, villain, victim, in the drama triangle because of the stories that I have. And then how I fuel them to keep myself in that drama triangle when I step out of the stories or I question my stories and I start to ask myself, well, what's the story from that person's perspective? Or is that true? Or am I just basing this on an assumption? When I could just actually ask somebody and find out whether or not the story is fact. And how my facts and my stories, my facts are my stories. So just as an example, if somebody is in a place where they're not having a good day and they're not smiling, and usually they're very smiley, and I create a story that that person doesn't like me or that that person is not a nice person. But I don't know what's going on with them. But I need to know, so I'll create a story. But there's no facts except for the fact that that person appears to be unhappy. So it's been really helpful, and I'm going to actually do some more work in this area and learning about, because I do have so many stories, and I have a belief or a story around the reason why I create stories is because when I was young and I was in an unsafe environment, it was safer to create stories around those environments, to focus on those stories rather than be present with what was going on. And then the other piece was to feel in my body, where is the energy going when I create those stories? And that has been absolutely incredible for me. And being transparent that, hey, I created this story about you that you don't like me. And I just wanted to be upfront and transparent about that. And I wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing. And, I did that a couple times while I was here. I had a few moments to drop in with a few people around the stories that I created. And it was profound because it was not, their story was completely different. And the facts even were different than I was reading into them to be. So it's been a great experience. And I think Jim Defner is one of the most experiential leaders I've ever met. So I love learning and growing. It's one of my top values.